So right now I've got them set to their greatest length, and that'll allow him to get under it pretty easy, because we're going to make some decisions before we put a really challenging weight on here. We're going to want to find out, you're going to want to find out how deep you can go in the squat, the range of motion. And like every range of motion, make that progressive. Please don't just assume, oh, I've done squats my whole life, so I know I can go to a certain depth. This is different. The resistance on here feels different. The bar may even feel different. Please back off and learn everything as if you've never done it before. It's the only way to make everything incredibly safe, all right? So, his positions, when he ends up doing the squat, he's going to have the bar up high, and he's got his hands, and that's going to be there's different positions of the hands for everybody based upon your shoulder range of motion. He probably, with his range, could actually grab a little narrower. Most of you, unless you absolutely have to grab way out here, I'm not sure I would. I think having a little closer in grip with your hands is going to allow you to keep your shoulder blades closer together rather than being out wide and all protracted and spread out. His spinal position is the key. Positions are always the key. Positions are more important than the actual motions. And the spinal position and not letting his spine flex is going to be really important. All right. Now, the squatting motion itself is going to be performed, and we're going to do it without even any weight on it yet, by having his bottom stick out. His knees are going to go slightly forward, and his chest or rib cage stays virtually up and out. You need to practice that over and over and over. Now, what we can do is slowly have him lower, and I'm going to take up the slack, and you can either get some help or take it off, adjust it evenly on each side, and then try it again. But there's how we start we determine our range of motion, because I offered him a short range right here. We took about 6 inches of slack out, and he can practice a short range squat. This is perfect because he's not going very deep, and he can figure out, hey, how's my back aligned? How's my leg aligned? How's this feel? Am I letting my rib cage drop, which is letting my spine cave in and round on me? Now see, the next thing we got to take a look at, watch right here. See how his feet are a little wider than shoulder width, and this new BOWFLEX Extreme 2 has a great platform for this, and they're also pointed outward. As you move your feet wider, you've got to also change their angle. You see that? And he's very slightly got his toes very slightly wider than his heels, and his thighs are going to go the same direction that his feet are pointing. This is critical. And every time he's done this, I've watched over the past couple reps, and he's done it perfectly every time. What you have to pay attention to is that you're not letting your knees go to the center. Can you show him that? How knees, not necessarily forward, but how some people go down, their knees go towards the center. Yeah, some people do this. And it's not just a male versus female thing, although some people say it's more common in females to head that direction. And there's a lot of reasons why this can happen. It can be actually occurring in the foot, in the knee, in the hip. But the thing I would like for you to do is use your control to point your knees out in the direction of your toes. So these angles are congruent, going the same direction. And once you get pretty good at making sure all these things are happening, then we can add some more range. And I'm going to just make it a little bit lower on you. And how deep you end up going in your squat is going to be a function of not only your control, but the amount of weight you choose, and things like, how's your knee doing? If you've got arthritis, if you've got knee problems, you're going to need to alter all these things.